Hi, everyone. This is Diane Susie, founder of the Activities for Daily Living Center, volunteering with Children's Health Defense PA chapter. We have a Spring Holistic Expo coming up this weekend on the 2nd. Today, joining us, we have khayes, representative of Pulse PEMF. Welcome, Kara.
Hi, Diane. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for being on. Thank you so much. You are one of our sponsors for this event. So let me just start right there and say thank you. Without you and our sponsors, we couldn't pull it off. So we're excited to have you. I'd like to take this opportunity, though. This is your interview. So I'd like you to just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks. So my background is in science. I have a master's degree in physics, and I've been on a crazy health adventure for the last 15 or so years. I'm in Pennsylvania. I've been doing a lot of different events like this one. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody at the Children's Health Defense event, the Spring Holistic Expo on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I just love connecting with everyone, especially with it just spring is just starting and the weather's supposed to be nice. So it'll be, I like being around like-minded people and I love to learn. So it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day for sure. Now, as I understand it, you do have a speaking slot. Do you know what time you're speaking?
I do. I'm speaking at 10 a.m. The title of it is going to be How Pulse PEMF Can Re-Energize Your Body. Although I think I had originally had it titled PEMF, Is It Magic?
I have a little story to tell about that. We'll save that. But anyway, so do you want to tell us a little bit? Well, why don't we start with what got you involved in the holistic approach and Pulse to begin with?
Well, in 2005, I thru hiked the Appalachian Trail, and it was a wonderful experience, all except the ticks.
Oh.
And anybody who's around this area knows that that probably means Lyme disease. And I didn't know it for 9 years, but I had contracted Lyme disease and it crashed my thyroid and my endocrine system. And I really spent those last 15 years and about $150,000 trying to recover my health. I've tried all sorts of things out there, you name it, diet, supplements, hyperbaric, ozone, autologous stem cells. And I've just tried a ton of things and I hadn't found anything like what PEMF does. And that's why I ended up working with Pulse PEMF.
Wonderful. And for yourself, now, we're very clear here, not everything works for everybody.
Right.
Every body is different, right? So it seems as if though your body responded tremendously to the Pulse PEMF treatments.
Oh, yes.
Is that the correct term?
That's a great way to put it. PEMF sessions, PEMF treatments. The PEMF is, of all the different modalities that I've tried, I would say it is by far the most profoundly effective on the widest number of people. I would say even on a first session, usually 7 or 8 people out of 10 will notice a real difference. But does it work for everybody? Definitely not off the bat. And I have found very few people that it doesn't work on at all, but there's a few out there.
Interesting tidbit, everybody. One thing I did not know, well, you should all know that Kara and I do know each other personally, and she introduced me to Pulse PEMF. One of the things that when she was explaining this to me and how it works with the body, she told me she told me the correct way to pronounce this, equine. Correct?
Equine.
Equine. I still don't have it right. I'm so sorry.
But
this is used on animals as well, in particular
very
horses.
much so. Yes, the horses and dogs and cats, they love it. They absolutely love it. It's fun, both in that we know, hey, if it's working on the animals, it's not just a placebo effect, which is a question we often hear. But the horses, their eyes will go soft, they'll start licking and chewing and falling right on asleep.
That's just so awesome. I just think that's really another thing that really needs to be highlighted. Like some of us have older pets and we love our pets. Yep. They're like our family. So like you said, and spoke to very clearly, they don't know anything about the placebo effect. So you really can tell whether it's working for them or not. Just a
absolutely
little interesting fact I thought that we would share with the audience. A lot of
Yep.
people will be coming in new. So in your talk, then you'll be speaking about pulse and how it works.
Mhm. So pulsed electromagnetic fields, how they work, a little bit about the history. The talk is short. It's about 20 or 30 minutes is the time
Mhm.
slots that we have for the talk. And then at 12 o'clock, there's also a workshop being offered. Hands-on, get in, experiment what it does work on, what you don't want to use it on. So be able to cover a lot of ground between the talk and the workshop.
That'll be great. So this is going to give people an opportunity to actually try the Pulse PEMF system.
Right? Actually get their hands on the knobs too.
That's so great.
In
I'm
addition to doing the free demos all during the day.
I'm gonna sneak in there. You know I will. I'm gonna sneak in there and get on one of those.
You better.
You know I will. Just
I'll use you as
again,
the test one, our
yes,
little test experiment.
I'll be your test subject. Just a little background for everybody. As I said, we worked together and we attended a health event in December, and we drove down together. So just a little short testimony here. I had never really used the Pulse before, and I have chronic back pain. And I have to tell you, we were in that car for 7 hours, which would normally have me in tears. And she graciously shared the pads with me. There is a mobile unit. You will hear more about that from Kara, but she brought that with. And I have to tell you, it was a lifesaver for me. It allowed me to really enjoy my time in the car with Kara and not be obsessing about the pain that I was in. So for just from my perspective, it was amazing. Magic, like you said.
It is, seriously.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask, how does it work? How does it do it? What is
Yeah.
PEMF anyway? So the PEMF is actually mimicking the Earth's natural background radiation, the natural resonant frequency of the Earth. Again, I'm a physicist. I'll try not to geek out too much because everybody's eyes roll back. But what it does is every time there's a lightning strike, it rings the Earth like a bell. That cavity between the ionosphere and the dirt physical Earth, that's pulsing. And that fundamental frequency is 7.8 times per second. And so one of the settings in our system and all the settings around it, we respond to that really, really well because it's around us all the time. We soak it up just like wireless charging a cell phone. It's the same sort of energy transfer as we take a cell phone, we put it on a surface charger, and we charge up the battery. We're charging up our batteries, we're increasing our circulation, doing all sorts of things that I'll talk more about when we do the talk in the workshop. But it truly is amazing what the PEMF can do for the body.
Agreed. Again, agreed. I know that I don't know, maybe you're sharing that for your workshop, but I do encourage everyone to stop by your table and your setup area, because you will have things there that they will be able to try. So I definitely encourage people to go over, have a seat, get some information from you about Pulse PEMF, because I do think it's magic. I mean, you can
It
explain the
is.
science and geek out over that, and that's great. But from a layman's point of view, it's magic. I really
It's
feel
just
like it
really
is.
effective. I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody has some knee discomfort, got a bum knee, got back like Diane does, shoulders, hips, feet, even in a 5 to 10 minute demo like what I'll be doing on the floor, a lot of the times you'll really start feeling some relief.
Right.
I love doing the demos because it's just plain old fun.
It is. And it's always nice to meet people. And it's like you said, it's a lot of fun when someone gets up and they say, like, wow, I was only in the chair for a 15-minute session, and I can feel that. And
Yeah,
it's so non-invasive. And that's the other thing, in the times that we're living in, we really are being more cautious and trying to educate ourselves on more holistic approaches, less invasive to our bodies. So speaking of that sort of thing, what led you to kind of get involved with CHD? Is it because
oh,
of,
well,
well, go ahead, I'll let you answer that.
quite a few different things. The medical freedom and CHG's mission to educate people, especially on vaccines, is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Because when I was in first grade, it turns out I had a vaccine injury, but we didn't know it till 2017 when we pieced it together.
Wow.
Yeah, it ended up really kind of rerouting my life. Obviously, if you go into physics, you're a little bit left brain heavy. I doubt I would have been doing the physics without that. It was significant enough that it was blamed on a teacher on emotional abuse, and she was barred from teaching in the school system ever again.
Wow.
It was that bad. And so over the years, as I tried to fix my own health from the Lyme disease and thyroid issues, I came across the data that showed that, wow, this looks like this could be vaccines. And I checked it with my functional doctor, and he said, that's it right there. There's your barking dog. I have no doubt in my mind. And so it is very near and dear to me what Children's Health Defense does.
Yeah, they're an excellent organization, and what they're doing on so many different levels. So I'm happy to be volunteering with them, and like yourself, very much came into it from the same place. So they're just a wealth of information, and
Yeah.
volunteering for them, for me, is a big deal. So I'm excited about it.
Oh, we sure appreciate your volunteering, Diane.
Oh, don't worry about that. Now I wanted to ask you, how do people reach you? So like, we know you're going to be at the expo, and we're so, again, thankful for your sponsorship. And I'm actually very excited that people are going to get the opportunity to try this before they leave. So we know your booth is always swamped because it's just so great. But like, if for whatever reason, maybe somebody's coming from much further away and they can't make it, but they want to reach out to you and learn more about this, where would they find you?
So if you're going to be coming to the Holistic Expo, definitely sign up for if you're interested in the workshop, sign up soon, because I'm told those spots go pretty quickly. If you're not coming to the expo and like to get a hold of me, or you're wondering what it is, just to give you a quick idea, the machines are clinic grade machines, though they can be and are often purchased by adults and private smaller organizations. They run about $15,000 to $40,000. If you'd like that for clinic use, home use, or just want to learn more about it, so my info is right up here.
See it right there. Beautiful.
Yeah. So you can contact me at my phone number, 717-357-2153. You can email me at khayes, that's KHAYES, at pulsepemf.com. I think Diane will have all that info next to the recordings. And she'll also have links to my Pulse landing page as well.
That'll be great. And I do encourage.
I'll also show some, I'll send you the link for my daughter's burn as well. If you're at
do you mind sharing
the
a little
expo.
bit of that story? That was actually, I found that amazing. And I do hope that you bring that so people can see.
I always bring it.
Yeah.
It is.
There it is.
I'll show you really quick. Yes. So my daughter, when she was 7, a couple of years ago, I was out of town and she had boiling hot cocoa, and she tripped and she spilled it and she sat in it. And so I'll be showing this. Let's see if I'm not sure this will come up on here. Nope, because it's Zoom. Oh, it'll be a tease. Okay, it's almost showing up. Okay, so we will have that in the probably in the comments. I can do a link to the pictures on my Facebook page. But as soon as I was back in town 4 days after the burn, I started pulsing it. There's a white spot on the burn that they thought was necrotic. That might be 3rd degree. The rest is 2nd degree. And they thought they might have to, they thought they might have to debride it and even get a skin graft. And the next picture that I have on it, when I show it to doctors, doctors usually say a week or a few weeks. Trauma burn nurses tell me it looks like a month between the first picture and the second picture. And the second picture was the next morning.
Amazing. You guys really need to see this because it is just amazing. And she was so little. She was only 7. You know what I mean? Like you mentioned debris.
She was waking up.
Traumatizing.
Oh, it was awful. And there's 0 scarring. It's completely gone. So lucky. And she quit as soon as she started pulsing. She stopped waking up in the middle of the night asking for painkillers. It really changed the discomfort level.
Yeah. Absolutely. And people, ADLC, the Activities for Daily Living Center, we want one of these machines. We want a couple of these machines because we do want to be able to offer that to families, because again, it works, and it works on so many different things. And it's just, to me, it's very important to always try something as least invasive as possible, and something that can't hurt. It's
And
not
that
gonna
feels
hurt you
good.
to try it. You know what I mean? So this
Yes.
is definitely one of those things. Okay, so we've gotten your contact info. We know you're going to have your workshop. Looking forward to your talk. And again, people coming by the booth, it's a great experience. It's a lot of fun. Basically, do you want to describe what coming to the booth might be like for them?
Oh, that's a great idea. So we'll get you signed in, go over what the experience will be like and what the contraindications are. And then for about 5 or 10 minutes, we'll get you on the equipment. If you have an area that you'd like to focus on, whether it is knees, back, shoulders, hips, feet, or just general sense of well-being, we'll work on that for that 5 or 10 minutes. And if nothing else, you'll get a sense of what PEMF feels like, because normal sessions are, 30 to 60 minutes, and then you do quite a few. But even that first session,
Yeah,
most people notice a bit of a difference.
I did, for sure. So
And it feels great.
it does. All right. So then I won't take up too much more of your time. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, and getting a little bit of that time myself. And at that point, you and I will be talking business, because I do want to provide this for our families and our kiddos. It's just, like I said, it's one of those things that I really feel like, if you've got something that you can try, that is, it's not hurtful or harmful, it's worth trying. And for anyone out there, just as a side note, health the path of health is changing. And this is one of those ways, Kara, that you help the community in that way, is that you are giving them
Yes.
an option in a way that they can treat themselves, whether it's by, like you said, maybe they visit a clinic or something like that that has the machine,
Yeah,
or you can purchase it for yourself at home.
exactly.
You
And I
know,
am an independent sales rep with Pulse. There's only about 30 of us across the US. But as an independent sales rep, I would be deeply grateful if anybody would like to get the equipment. I would be honored to work with you.
and you're great to work with anyway. So,
As are
all
you.
right. I'm going to let you go, but thank you so much. Was there anything you wanted to add before we hang up?
No, that was perfect. Thank you, Diane.
Oh, you're very welcome, Kara. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
See you Saturday.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.